Hey, good morning everyone. So I was gonna shoot this in the gym, but the music was just way too loud, so I decided to come out here, and it's kind of snowing a little bit, so it's still not ideal conditions, but I thought it was important to do this, so I'm just gonna do it. I wanted to discuss a question that I got via email, and I actually wrote some notes here to make sure that I stay on track. But the person asked, the guy asked, how do I know if I'm supposed to be bulking or shredding? How do I know if I'm supposed to focus on losing fat or building muscle? And that's a great question because most people want to be able to do both at the same time, and that's not realistic because shredding fat requires that you're in a caloric deficit, and when you're bulking it requires being in a caloric surplus, so eating more calories than you burn every day. So since those are kind of on opposite sides of the spectrum, you can't really do both at the same time. The one exception is newbie weightlifters who really have no weightlifting experience and haven't really built any muscle or strength. It is possible, but it's still not optimal. So great question, and here's the answer. So it's not really helpful to have high body fat percentage and work on trying to bulk, and the reason for that is because the higher your body fat percentage, hold on one second, we'll let that truck pass. The higher your body fat percentage, the lower your insulin sensitivity. And when your insulin sensitivity drops, your ability to burn body fat actually decreases as well. And when you can't burn fat, it makes it more difficult to lose fat, obviously. So insulin resistance also suppresses intracellular signaling that's really responsible for protein synthesis, which is how your body builds new muscle. So that means less total muscle growth. So research has shown us that as we get fatter, our testosterone levels actually drop and our estrogen levels rise. And since testosterone is required for building muscle, and the more estrogen you have, the easier it is to put on body fat, the downsides of higher body fat are pretty clear. So long story short, if you're a male with greater than 15% body fat, you should really shred down to 10% body fat before you begin your next lean bulk. If you're somewhere between 10 and 15, you can either shred down to 10% and then start a lean bulk up to 15, or you can decide to bulk up to 15% and then shred down to 10% again. For females, if you have a body fat percentage greater than 25, you should actually shred down to about 20% before beginning a lean bulk. That means just building muscle. And I understand most women don't want to get bulky, and some men don't even want to get bulky as well. But the point of the matter is that you really need to put on like lean muscle and get toned. You really need to be at lower body fat percentages. So again, if you're greater than 15% as a male, you should shred, and if you're greater than 25% as a female, you should shred as well. So I hope that helps you guys. It's starting to hail now, so I'm gonna get back in the car, but I hope you have an awesome day, and let's go get them. See ya.